What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Sarcasm back again with another video, and today we're going to be playing some more Dauntless. Now, quick update, I have been leveling on my own time. I've been playing the game a lot lately. I want to say I've pretty much been playing every single day for the last week or two. So my gear is going to be really boosted and everything. I'll show you guys a quick glimpse of that here in a second. I also want to let you guys know that next week Dauntless is coming to the Xbox One and PlayStation. For those of you that only have a console, you guys are now able to play. They are also moving the game to the Epic Games Store. I don't know how I feel about that. There's a lot of controversy on a lot of people upset. My personal opinion is it's still a fun game, and as long as it doesn't ruin the gameplay, and they continue to update and fix the issues, should be fine with me. you know but we're gonna go ahead and jump into the game, and like I said, I'll give you an update of what I've done and everything. Alright, so like I said, I've been a little busy in the game. First off, until I get into the heroic plus levels, I've decided I'm going to stop making potions. They're alright and everything, but I was getting a little too focused on making potions and using those potions, and it was interfering with my game, where if I didn't have them, I felt like I wasn't doing good enough. So I've been working on just focusing on the gameplay. Later on, I'll start introducing those again, like I said, once I get into the end game. So we are still using the guns, although I do have a few other options now. So I have my chain blades, quill shots, bone hooks. They have acidic on it, which what acidic does is it converts 40% of your part damage to wound damage. So you stack up part damage and everything, you start doing a lot of wound damage. Makes pretty good work of most parts on the behemoths. And then I also have a Pinger's Tooth, which has weighted strikes. Weighted strikes add stagger damage, so with this build I would like stack up a bunch of stagger stuff and a bunch of damage. That way I can knock the behemoths over. But like I said, we're sticking to our guns because I'm best with them for now. I've been working on expanding and becoming better at everything. So maybe in a future video I'll show you guys, those chain blades or something. So first off, we've got our frost barrel to plus 11. It's at 141 power plus 80 frost damage because it's a frost barrel. Shots and abilities deal frost damage, which is always nice. It'll slow the behemoths down unless they're a frost behemoth, and then it doesn't really work. Which is why I've started leveling up a standard barrel and a blaze barrel. Eventually I'll get to these. Actually, my shock barrel's the same, but you see the power difference there. That's gotta get them equal. Or at least up to a plus 10. I think they're plus 9, and plus 8, plus 8. And then we've got our salvo chamber, which I need to get to plus 10, but this one fires an explosive missile in a line, dealing 400 damage in an area upon impact. Very nice for doing a heavy amount of damage in a spread amount. Good for breaking parts off. Fires 3 of those missiles. This one I was using for a little bit. I wasn't too much of a fan just because it's very particular on where you hit the behemoth. Like, you have to make sure you hit a part to get that extra bonus damage that's listed there. Next we have the Captain's Grip, which everybody that has played this game knows about because everyone has it. Launches a collectible buff of short distance, granting 15% increased damage and attack speed for 12 seconds. When you empower it, that's whenever you get up to a behemoth and you reload your guns right next to it. It'll empower your guns. It'll grant the same buff to everyone that's around you. So if you have a group, they will all also get that 15% increased damage and attack speed, which is really nice. Also, salvo chamber, good. Also, the salvo chamber here, when empowered, it fires 3 missiles in a spread. So you always want to make sure you get it empowered. That always increases your damage. Next, we have a few different mods. Now, the one I'm using, you deal 8 increased damage when attacking the same part multiple times. It stacks up to 5 times. Obviously, that's good for giving yourself a little more damage output. The other one that I like to use is scope sights, which increases damage fall off range by 25%. That way, if you're fighting a behemoth that you have to be away from for a little bit, you still get less fall off damage, because the further away you are, the less damage you do with the guns. This one, gain 20% increased movement speed. That's alright. Reduce both ability cooldowns. I would say that would be my third pick. And then using an ability returns 4 ammo to the magazine. I mean, I reload more than I probably should, so this probably doesn't help me out too much. Next we have the Snowdrift Prism plus 5. I also use the Stoneheart Prism, which gives a shield. That's really good if you're soloing a heavy hitting behemoth. But for general, just everyday hunts, I will go with my Snowdrift Prism, which I need to level up more because it's only at plus 5. Now with this, the last 4 shots in your magazine generate a frost sprite that cause your next attack to deal 50 damage and minor frost damage, so it increases the frost damage I'm doing, which if it's anything but a frost behemoth, that's even better because more chance to freeze them and slow them down for everybody else. Now you get 4 of those sprites, so your last 4 shots, it's going to be doing 50 extra on top of that, which is nice. Then, like I said, we have more acidic here, which converts 40% of your part damage to wound damage, like I said earlier. I actually might be changing that up later on whenever I get some more plus 3s, but right now I'm going to stick to the build I have. And then I got an evasion cell on my guns. So this increases the time you are invincible while dodging, which is very nice because I also have evasive fury, which gives 12% attack speed for 8 seconds after dodging through an attack. Not away from attack, but through an attack. So you want to increase your time you're invincible because some behemoths take a little longer to finish their attack. It's not much, but it definitely gives you an upper edge. Now we have our Visage of Thorns, plus 9. Gives us agility, which is a negative 20 dodge roll on our stamina cost. We also have a Blade Storm cell, adds a flat amount of part damage on hit, which means we're going to be breaking more parts than we normally would. That's even better, Next we have an Evasive Fury cell, like I said earlier. This, like I said, temporarily increases attack speed after dodging through a behemoth's attack. It also gives us plus 2 Molten, which is really nice for this build, because it puts 2 Molten Hearts on a 20-second cooldown. Now when you're fighting a fire behemoth, or a blaze as they say, you want to have these. They make you immune to fire. Any fire that's on the ground, you will be immune to and you will not take extra damage. Super amazing. Next we have the Hell Plate Bracers, which have plus 2 Molten on them, and a plus 3 Sharpened Cell, which is another increase to our part damage. Alright, and then Striders of the Rift, which gives us plus 2 Conduit, which, using your Lantern Hold ability, grants 7% attack speed to all Slayers for 8 seconds. So even more of a buff for those around me. Mainly me is what I'm going for, but those around me also get the buff. We also have Evasion Cell plus 2 on here, which again increases the time you are invincible when dodging. Last, we have Embermane's Rapture. Now, when you hit V, that's what they call the instant attack, or the instant use. You attack 30% faster for 8 seconds. That comes up all the time, so you're able to hit V, at least a couple of times if you're fighting a normal behemoth, to very, very many times if you're fighting a hard behemoth. And then, the second, which I don't always land correctly because behemoths like to move around, but when you hold V, it'll do a secondary move, per se. This one, it'll create a fireball in front of you that explodes after 5 seconds, dealing 750 blaze damage to all nearby behemoths. We also have a Aetheric Frenzy Cell, which gains a flat amount of lantern charge on each weapon hit, so we're constantly charging up our lantern, we're constantly doing part damage, we're doing a little bit of wound damage, everything's set up perfectly in a sense The only thing that I'm missing is the +3 variants of most of these cores. But, anyways, so now that we've wasted plenty of time, let's go ahead and jump into a hunt and I can show you what I mean. Alright, so we're going to be fighting a shrike, which is going to be just amazingly easy for this build. Jump! Grab these little speed boosts. Always got to make sure we pick up our mats, you know. Even though I'm not making potions anymore, we want to stack up the amount of mats I have. That way when I do start making potions, I don't have to go and farm every single other hunt. Which is why I stopped making potions. Oh look, he's right here. So we're going to run in, we're going to get our charge, throw our buff down, and turn around and smack him with that. Throw our molten down. We want to focus on those wings. Oh, he actually got me there. Ha! Nice try, Shrike. Get back in, get another good charge. And we got our molten again. And our speed buff. You see how his arm's glowing now? That means it's wounded. Which means there's a better chance that I'm about to break a part off of him. Just like that. We just got a blade feather. Now let's turn around. Let's hit him back here a little bit. We'll just dodge him a little bit here. Boom! My bad. He's getting nice and scarred up right here. Keep focusing on this back leg. Throw our buff down. Thought you were gonna get me. Also, see how he's all frosty like that? That means my weapons have infused him with frost, slowing him down. He's much more predictable. Do a reload real quick. And we have wounded him again, so now he's gonna run away from me. So let's go find him. Well, he didn't get too far away. I could see him from here. Don't be rude, Mr. Shrike. Let me charge off of you. And there's his leg being broken. Focus on this other leg back here. Not gonna hit us. Looks like his leg is now wounded. And we've broken another leg. Just broke his beak. Last thing to break is this arm. And there it goes. He should be almost dead at this point, which would be really nice. There he goes, he's down. See what I mean, guys? This build is really nice for breaking parts. S++ every single time, pretty much, especially in the solo run. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end the video there. If you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the update of this, let me know down below, because I can do more style of this video. This is so easy. But if not, and you just want to see more behemoths being killed or slayed or whatever they call it in this game, let me know. You know, I'm okay with either. And if you want to see more, click on that subscribe button, because I'll be releasing videos every Tuesday and Friday. This week we're probably going to be focusing on Dauntless, and then we're probably going to do a couple more episodes of Borderlands 2, just kind of breaking it up a little bit. I know you guys like both, so yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys on Friday. See you later.